throughout today's conference, you're inspired to be bold, make changes and break down even more barriers.
We're getting used to seeing more and more women being given the opportunity to get to that start line on an equal footing, and guess what? They're brilliant. Go figure.
I'm joined by Lisa O'Keefe, Secretary General, IWG Women and Sport. Lisa, great to have you here. Can you tell us a bit more about IWG and what you do for women in sport?
Yes, the IWG is the world's largest network devoted to gender equality in sport and physical activity. By being part of that network, you then can access an awful lot of knowledge that's been built up around the world of how we can advance gender equality, how we can tackle some of the barriers, and how we can together help ensure that sport and physical activity really is creating environments where women and girls can thrive.
I'm sure there are lots of sports and lots of people in the room. You've got your own stories of how you've transformed women, brought more women into sport, more women into your sports, and have done a fantastic job over this time. We're just standing here, but we're looking forward to hearing more of your stories as we go through the day.
Advocating for Scottish women in sport as Scottish women in sport. We want to celebrate, which we've always done, and we want to grow.
And today, as I said, we're going to talk to you about our new Young Women in Sport Leadership programme.
So I think the Young Women Leadership programme really focuses on key attributes like resilience and mental health, and I think these are factors that can contribute to women dropping out of sport.
And how important is it that we do see more female leaders in sport?
I think it's just so important. You have that role modelling aspect, like that classic saying, you can't see what you can't be, and I think it's so important to see someone to aspire to.
It was the first year that Team Scotland was represented by more women than men.
Maureen, another excellent Scottish Women in Sport conference with some fantastic speakers. Just how much have you enjoyed today?
Well, do you know, Natasha, always surprises me because I arrive worried that the day's not going to be that good, and then I sit and I get engrossed because every speaker has got a great story to tell and we've got so much to learn from everyone. I think the positivity in the room has been amazing, and I think there's a feeling that we're all wanting to work together to make a change and to break down the barriers.
I'm also conscious that I'm in front of you, speaking to you today from a position of being a male chief executive in a predominantly male sporting world.
And just how important is it for sport in general to have women involved at all levels?
It's essential, and whilst we know there are gaps in participation, there's a gap between male and female participation, I think one of the most concerning stats for me is the gap in male and females at leadership levels, and it's something that we need to have a serious conversation about, and we need to be very clear about some actions that we can take to close that gap.
It's 2023, come on, we should be having equality across the board in sport, and I hope that's something that we can achieve very shortly.
Where would you like to see women's sport in 10 years' time?
In 10 years' time, we will just be able to go home, turn on the telly, turn on a device, watch women's sport. That'll be normal. We'll be able to see it in the newspapers. That'll be normal. Scottish women's teams will be excelling on the top stage because we've massively invested in the programme, and we'll see the fruition of the pathways that we've got right now. Okay, so there we go. We'll check in 10 years' time. It's going to be good, right?
And if people want to continue supporting Scottish women in sport, how should they go about doing that?
Well, as you know, Natasha, this is our 10th year, so we're having a very special anniversary awards dinner on the 24th of November at the Radisson. But our nominations go live on the 3rd of September, so all sports, all organisations, all athletes, all volunteers, get yourself nominated and join us on the 24th for a fabulous night.